The Aramaic civilization stands as a testament to the rich tapestry of human history, a civilization that has woven its influence across time and space. In this documentary, we embark on a journey to unravel the intricacies of Aramaic civilization, exploring its roots, understanding its significance in the ancient world, and delving into the purpose of both this documentary and the accompanying essay. Aramaic civilization finds its roots in the ancient Semitic-speaking communities that inhabited the Near East. The Aramaic language, a Northwest Semitic language, emerged as a distinctive linguistic entity, creating the cultural and social milieu that would give rise to a unique civilization. The evolution of Aramaic from a spoken language to a script further solidified its identity, setting the stage for the flourishing of an extraordinary civilization. The roots of Aramaic civilization can be traced back to the early Aramaic-speaking communities that flourished in the ancient Near East. These communities, initially concentrated in the region known as Aram, displayed a unique amalgamation of linguistic, cultural, and social traits. The Aramaic language, originating as a vernacular in this milieu, gradually evolved into a sophisticated means of expression, laying the foundation for a distinct civilization. The interplay between Aramaic civilization and other ancient civilizations, such as Assyria and Babylon, was both intricate and transformative. As a people situated at the crossroads of major powers, the Aramaeans interacted with the formidable empires of their time. The Assyrians, with their military prowess, and the Babylonians, with their cultural achievements, influenced and, in turn, were influenced by the Aramaic-speaking communities. This dynamic exchange left an indelible mark on the development of Aramaic civilization and contributed to the rich tapestry of the broader ancient Near East. One of the most remarkable aspects of Aramaic civilization was the role played by the Aramaic language as a lingua franca. As the Aramaeans expanded their influence, so too did their language, transcending regional boundaries and becoming a common means of communication among diverse peoples. The spread of Aramaic as a lingua franca was not merely a linguistic phenomenon. It was a cultural bridge that facilitated trade, diplomacy, and cultural exchange. This linguistic ubiquity created a shared space for dialogue among different ethnicities and contributed to the formation of a cosmopolitan Aramaic civilization. As Aramaic became the language of administration in various empires, including the Neo-Assyrian and Neo-Babylonian, its practicality and adaptability solidified its status as a lingua franca. This linguistic uniformity fostered a sense of interconnectedness among communities that spoke different native languages, marking a unique chapter in the annals of ancient civilizations. The Aramaic language, a Northwestern Semitic language, boasts a set of distinctive characteristics that contributed to its widespread adoption and endurance throughout the ancient world. Its linguistic traits, marked by a combination of phonological, grammatical, and lexical features, provided a foundation for the diverse expressions of Aramaic civilization. Aramaic's flexibility and adaptability were evident in its ability to absorb influences from neighboring cultures, resulting in a language that resonated with a broad spectrum of speakers. Its phonetic nuances and linguistic nuances not only facilitated day-to-day communication but also lent themselves to a rich literary tradition that would later unfold as a hallmark of Aramaic civilization. The evolution of the Aramaic script paralleled the linguistic journey of the Aramaic language. From its early stages as a spoken language, Aramaic gradually found expression in writing. The Aramaic script, derived from the Phoenician script, underwent modifications as it encountered different cultural and geographical environments. The script's adaptability made it suitable for various purposes, from official inscriptions to everyday documents. As the Aramaic-speaking communities spread across the Near East, the script underwent regional variations, showcasing the dynamic nature of the Aramaic written tradition. This evolution in script not only mirrored the diverse cultural interactions but also played a crucial role in the preservation and dissemination of Aramaic literature and knowledge. The literary legacy of Aramaic civilization is embedded in a wide array of texts that showcase the richness and diversity of Aramaic expression. From religious texts to legal documents, Aramaic literature reflects the multifaceted aspects of daily life and cultural development. Inscriptions on monuments, steles, and other artifacts provide invaluable glimpses into the historical and cultural milieu of the Aramaic-speaking societies. These inscriptions, often multilingual due to the cosmopolitan nature of the region, serve as historical markers, documenting political events, religious practices, and the societal norms of the time. Notable literary contributions include religious texts such as portions of the Hebrew Bible, commonly known as the Aramaic Targums, which offer interpretive translations and commentary. Additionally, Aramaic incantation bowls and magical texts reveal the spiritual and supernatural beliefs of the people. The literary corpus of Aramaic civilization not only reflects the pragmatic aspects of life but also delves into the philosophical, mystical, and artistic dimensions, attesting to the depth and diversity of Aramaic intellectual pursuits. The political landscape of Aramaic civilization was characterized by a mosaic of city-states and kingdoms, each with its unique dynamics and governance structures. Aramaic-speaking communities established thriving city-states, notably in regions like Aram, Damascus, where cultural and commercial exchanges flourished. The city-states, often centers of economic activity and cultural innovation, were instrumental in shaping the identity of Aramaic civilization. These city-states gradually evolved into more centralized kingdoms, and Aramaic rulers emerged as key figures in the political hierarchy. The political organization of these entities reflected a blend of indigenous traditions and influences from neighboring cultures. The city-states and kingdoms served not only as political entities but also as cultural hubs, fostering the growth of literature, art, and intellectual pursuits. The political influence of Aramaic civilization extended beyond its immediate borders, leaving an indelible mark on the regional political landscape. As a result of its strategic location and the prominence of Aramaic as a lingua franca, Aramaic city-states and kingdoms played pivotal roles in regional alliances, conflicts, and power dynamics. The interconnectedness facilitated by the Aramaic language contributed to a sense of shared identity among diverse communities. This common linguistic thread often served as a unifying force in times of political upheaval, allowing for alliances that transcended ethnic and cultural differences. The political landscape of the region was thus shaped by the intricate interplay between Aramaic-speaking entities and their neighbors. Aramaic civilization found itself at the crossroads of major empires, and its political fortunes were intricately tied to the ebb and flow of imperial powers. The Achaemenid Persian Empire, recognizing the practicality of Aramaic as an administrative language, further elevated its status as a vehicle for governance. Aramaic inscriptions from this period serve as lasting testaments to the administrative efficiency and cultural influence of the Aramaic language under Persian rule. With the conquests of Alexander the Great, the Hellenistic era ushered in a new chapter for Aramaic civilization. The spread of Hellenistic culture influenced the art and thought of Aramaic-speaking regions, resulting in a synthesis of Hellenistic and indigenous elements. Aramaic continued to thrive as a vital medium for communication and cultural expression in the Hellenistic kingdoms that emerged in the wake of Alexander's empire. As the Roman Empire expanded its dominion, Aramaic-speaking territories once again found themselves subject to a new set of political dynamics. The interplay between Roman rule and local governance shaped the trajectory of Aramaic civilization, influencing everything from administrative practices to cultural assimilation. Aramaic literature encompasses a diverse range of genres, from religious texts to secular works. The Aramaic Targums, translations and paraphrases of the Hebrew Bible, represent a pivotal literary genre, providing insights into the interpretation and understanding of sacred scriptures. Additionally, narrative texts, legal documents, and epistolary literature showcase the versatility of the Aramaic language in expressing a wide array of human experiences. Aramaic poetry, characterized by its unique rhythm and linguistic nuances, was a vibrant expression of the cultural and emotional life of the Aramaic-speaking peoples. The poetry often delved into themes of love, nature, and the human condition, capturing the essence of the society and its values. While Aramaic philosophy may not have left behind extensive written records, its influence can be traced through philosophical discussions embedded in religious and ethical texts. The Aramaic-speaking intellectuals engaged in contemplative thought, contributing to the broader philosophical currents of the ancient Near East. In its early stages, Aramaic civilization reflected the polytheistic beliefs of the ancient Near East. Local deities and divine pantheons were integrated into the religious practices of the Aramaic-speaking peoples. Over time, the influence of monotheistic ideas began to permeate Aramaic religious thought. This transition is evident in the evolving religious landscape, with an increasing emphasis on a singular, transcendent deity. The cultural and religious exchanges with neighboring civilizations, such as the Babylonians, Persians, and Hellenistic Greeks, led to syncretism, the blending of different religious traditions. This syncretic approach is particularly evident in religious texts and practices that bear the imprint of multiple influences. Aramaic played a crucial role in the development of Judaism. The Aramaic Targums, mentioned earlier, provided a bridge between the Hebrew scriptures and the Aramaic-speaking Jewish communities. Aramaic became the language of daily life for many Jewish communities, and its influence is evident in certain sections of the Dead Sea Scrolls. Aramaic is integral to the roots of Christianity. Jesus Christ, as a historical figure, likely spoke Aramaic, and some sayings attributed to him have been preserved in Aramaic. Additionally, the Eastern Christian traditions, such as the Assyrian Church of the East and the Chaldean Catholic Church, have preserved Aramaic in their liturgical practices. Beyond Judaism and Christianity, Aramaic civilization left its mark on various other religious traditions in the ancient Near East. The syncretic nature of Aramaic religious practices contributed to the diversity of belief systems in the region. Aramaic city-states and kingdoms became key players in the Silk Road trade, connecting the East and West. Merchants and traders from diverse cultural backgrounds converged in Aramaic economic hubs, fostering a vibrant exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies. Economic prosperity was not solely measured in material wealth but also in the cultural richness that resulted from trade. Aramaic civilization became a melting pot where commodities, technologies, and intellectual pursuits merged, giving rise to a cosmopolitan society. The arid landscapes of certain Aramaic regions necessitated innovative approaches to agriculture. Advanced irrigation systems were developed to harness water resources efficiently, allowing for the cultivation of crops in areas that would otherwise be inhospitable. Aramaic agriculture was characterized by a diverse range of crops, including grains, fruits, and vegetables. This diversity not only ensured food security but also contributed to the economic prosperity of the region through trade in agricultural products. The Aramaic-speaking communities were not only adept farmers but also skilled craftsmen and engineers. Technological innovations in areas such as metallurgy, pottery, and textile production played a crucial role in enhancing the economic output of the civilization. Aramaic city-states and kingdoms boasted impressive architectural achievements. Palaces, temples, and city walls were constructed using advanced engineering techniques, showcasing the wealth and power of the ruling elites. The flourishing economy supported a vibrant artistic culture. Skilled artisans produced intricate pottery, sculptures, and jewelry, reflecting the aesthetics and tastes of the Aramaic people. Artistic expression extended to public spaces, where murals and mosaics adorned the walls of temples and marketplaces. Artistic achievements served as a means of cultural exchange, with influences from neighboring civilizations evident in the artistic motifs and styles. This cross-cultural pollination further enriched the artistic landscape of Aramaic civilization. At the top of the social hierarchy were the nobility, comprising rulers, aristocrats, and military leaders. This class enjoyed privileges such as land ownership, access to education, and political influence. The middle stratum consisted of merchants, traders, and skilled artisans. This class played a crucial role in the economic prosperity of Aramaic civilization, engaging in trade and producing goods that contributed to the wealth of the society. The majority of the population belonged to the peasantry and laborer class. Engaged in agriculture and various forms of manual labor, these individuals formed the backbone of the economy. Their livelihoods were often tied to the land, and they contributed to the agricultural and industrial output of the civilization. Aramaic communities often adhered to an extended family structure, with multiple generations living together. This familial arrangement provided social support, shared resources, and continuity of traditions. While the specifics varied, women generally held important roles within the family. They were responsible for domestic affairs, childcare, and, in some cases, actively participated in economic activities such as textile production. Societal norms emphasized respect for elders, loyalty to the community, and adherence to religious and cultural traditions. Hospitality was considered a virtue, and communal bonds were reinforced through shared rituals and ceremonies. The daily routine often revolved around agricultural activities, artisanal work, and trade. Markets were bustling centers where goods from various regions were exchanged, fostering a sense of interconnectedness. Religion played a central role in daily life. Rituals, prayers, and ceremonies were conducted at temples and sacred sites. The Aramaic-speaking peoples worshipped a pantheon of deities, and religious observances were integral to maintaining harmony and seeking divine favor. Aramaic civilization marked various festivals and celebrations throughout the year. These events were occasions for communal gathering, feasting, and expressions of cultural identity. Festivals often included music, dance, and artistic performances, showcasing the vibrancy of Aramaic culture. The political landscape of the region witnessed fragmentation and the rise of competing power centers. Internal conflicts and power struggles weakened the unity of Aramaic city-states and kingdoms, leaving them vulnerable to external pressures. The conquests of major empires, such as the Persian, Hellenistic, and Roman empires, brought about significant changes in the political and cultural dynamics of the region. The imposition of foreign rule and the accompanying cultural assimilation contributed to the erosion of the distinctiveness of Aramaic civilization. Changes in trade routes and economic patterns impacted the economic prosperity of Aramaic-speaking communities. The reorientation of trade routes and the emergence of new economic hubs diminished the significance of traditional Aramaic economic centers. The cultural assimilation that accompanied foreign rule led to the gradual adoption of new languages, customs, and religious practices. As Aramaic-speaking communities integrated with their conquerors, the distinct cultural and linguistic identity of Aramaic civilization faced challenges. Despite the decline of Aramaic as a dominant language, it continued to be spoken in certain pockets of the region. Aramaic survived through the centuries in various dialects spoken by Assyrian and Chaldean communities, particularly in regions like northern Iraq, northeastern Syria, and southeastern Turkey. The Aramaic language retained its significance in religious contexts. The Aramaic targums, translations and paraphrases of the Hebrew Bible, continued to be used in Jewish communities. Additionally, liturgical traditions in Eastern Christian denominations preserved Aramaic in their religious practices. Elements of Aramaic cultural and artistic heritage persisted in the art, architecture, and cultural practices of successor civilizations. The synthesis of Aramaic traditions with those of conquerors and neighboring cultures created a hybrid cultural landscape that echoed the contributions of Aramaic civilization. Efforts to preserve and revitalize Aramaic language and culture had gained momentum. Cultural organizations, educational initiatives, and community-driven projects aim to ensure the survival of Aramaic traditions for future generations. Scholars and linguists continue to study Aramaic, unraveling its linguistic intricacies and historical significance. The exploration of Aramaic inscriptions, manuscripts, and artifacts contributes to a deeper understanding of the civilization's contributions to human history. Aramaic, as the language associated with key religious texts, serves as a bridge for interfaith dialogue. Discussions surrounding the common linguistic and cultural heritage foster understanding and cooperation among diverse religious communities. In the course of this documentary and essay, we have embarked on a journey through the annals of history to explore the captivating story of Aramaic civilization. As we conclude our exploration, it is essential to recap the key contributions and aspects that define the significance of this ancient civilization. In closing, let us recognize the importance of preserving the legacy of Aramaic civilization. By doing so, we honor the generations that came before us, and we ensure that the echoes of Aramaic culture continue to resonate across time, enriching our understanding of the diverse and interconnected tapestry of human civilization.